Hey guys, it's Erica. I am here at the park. It is getting dark outside on the mountains. It's beautiful out here. Let you guys see. It's a beautiful evening, and I was doing a late evening walk, and I want to share with you guys something that God's been speaking to me lately. I know that these words that I give or that I get from God not only is for me sometimes, but it's also for you guys. And I want to share with you what I have been hearing Him say. Like I said before, sometimes He just gives me words and things in part, and I wait until He keeps putting it back in my spirit to release it, or gives me more to it. I'll wait for Him. 3 weeks ago, I have it in my dream book and my word book, the words that I hear when I wake up. And when I woke up 3 weeks ago, I heard the words, "Search the deep desires of your heart." And this morning, as I was waking up, I heard the Lord say, sorry guys, I heard the Lord say, "Come back to your first love. Come home." And I knew what He was speaking. A lot of times, especially nowadays, guys, we get into listening to everybody. We get distracted by what's going on in the world, whether to get a vaccine or not, whether to wear a mask or not, if you're Republican or not, if you're a Democrat. It's just so much noise in the world, and we get distracted, and I've always said, sometimes you can get really distracted in your, I'm trying to get out of that light, sorry guys, distracted in your works. When your ministry, the ministry that God has given you, becomes your main focus, then you need to refocus. And sometimes we get in that, we get into the works so hard, and we got to come back to our first love. And that's what God is saying. Search the deep desires of your heart. The deep desires. What's in your heart? What's really in your heart? Is it your job? Is it your husband? Is it your wife? Is it your ministry? Is it your children? Is it your habits, your cars, your home? Are you really, really, really chasing your first love, which is Jesus? Or have we gotten so busy in life, so distracted with the things of life that we don't spend enough time with Him. We're not giving Him, we're so busy. That happens a lot. We get busy with jobs and kids and time in the ministry that we're really not even giving Jesus our time. And we get tired. And I was reminded today, the Spirit reminded me today of in 1 Kings 19, Elijah. And, just like him, sometimes we have to go in the wilderness. We got to get away from, people talking about whether or not to take the vaccine, whether or not it's the mark of the beast, or you don't have enough faith if you don't. I mean, there's so much noise, and then we get into following people. We get into listening to prophetic people, and then we get into the preachers. Then we listen to our jobs, listen to our family, our friends, our husbands, our wives, and there's so much noise, guys, that you can't hear that small voice of God for yourself. And just like Elijah did, he had to take a break. He had to go out in the wilderness. And God did not punish him and didn't condemn him from doing that. But he let him rest, and He fed him. That's what we need to do sometimes. We need to go out and rest, feed ourselves, take a step back. And what did he do? He climbed up to the Mount of God in Horeb. And Horeb actually means heat. When you're in the heat, when you're climbing that mountain, climbing and climbing. Sometimes you got to go into a cave. You got to block everybody's voice off. You got to take a step back from everything and block people's voice off. Search your heart, search your desires. And when he went up there on the mountain, you know, the winds passed by, storms passed by, the fire, the earthquake, but it said God was not there. He was not in that. But after all that passed by, then he heard the small voice of God. And that's where we meet him, guys. We meet him on the mountain. We got to climb those mountains. We got to get up and climb those mountains. That's where we're going to meet him. And after the storms, there's going to be storms in your life. There's going to be people saying this, people saying that. There's going to be fire. You're going to be tried by fire. The wind blowing. When the wind and storm's coming and it's thundering, it's hard to hear him. But we got to go through those things sometimes to get to the end to hear his voice. So I just want to encourage you guys today. Ask yourself tonight, what is truly in my heart? What are the deep desires of my heart? And I want to encourage you to search it. Search your hearts. Go back to your first love. If everything is getting to you, if there's stress, if there's too much going on in life, go back. Go back to the wilderness. Eat, rest, climb the mountain. Climb the mountain. Spend time with the Lord. Get in a cave. Get away from everybody's voice. I love you guys. God loves you. We'll speak soon. Bye.